So we're gonna give it a quick stir, and we're gonna let it cook on this side for a little bit longer until it's fully cooked. And then we're gonna add our veggies. That'll be our last ingredient. And then for as far as sides, if you wanna do rice, I would probably go with the Mexican rice, because the fajita, it's gonna have a nice Mexican touch to it, like lime juice and whatnot. So, and that nice spicy flavor, and it typically goes better with Mexican. You can do white rice, you can do wild rice, you can do quinoa if you would like. It's your choice, your preference. But if you want to go with that authentic flavor, Mexican rice will be the trick. And in order to make Mexican rice, it's not that complicated. You really only need to use tomato and onion and garlic. And well, check this out. This is a trick that I learned from someone years ago. It's canned tomato sauce. You use like maybe half of that, and then use fresh tomato. And I blend the fresh tomato to get that fresh raw flavor along with the sauce, which will give it that nice red color instead of using artificial colorings like they do. Like there's these little orange packets with I think it's like saffron, sofrito or something. I don't know, I can't recall, but it's a Goya brand, and I don't want to. It has a good flavor, but if you really read the ingredients in the back, they're actually not the healthiest. So you don't want to use dyes, anything artificial in your food. So I stopped using that, and I just went with the natural alternative, which is just paprika for coloring and for flavor. Well, any other spices and herbs will do. And I'm gonna cover the chicken back up to make sure it doesn't dry out. And we're gonna let it sit there for another 5 to 7 minutes. I'm gonna bring up the heat a little bit more, medium high, and we'll get back to you when it's fully cooked so that we can get that vegetable incorporated, okay? Now that I have everything chopped up. And I added a teaspoon of coconut oil in my pan as well, just to give it a nice little flavor. It adds some sweetness to it. Ready for the sizzle? Are you sure? Okay, here we go. Let it cook a little bit from one side before you try to move it. You want to make sure that you get the bottom seared properly before you turn it, so that all you're going to do is tear the chicken apart because it hasn't created that layer, that skin layer on the bottom, that crunchy layer. So let's just leave it there for a bit. I'm going to stir it and move it for about another 10 to 12 minutes until it's fully cooked.